Well, we had a great day at the museum, hanging out and looking at all kinds of really cool aviation stuff. No, they didn't have a Queen Air. They had a couple of King Airs, which are really close, but technically not a Queen Air. Anyway, we've got about a 2.5 hour flight back to Menomonie, and the weather looks decent, and we're gonna get ready and go. So let's do it. Stand by. I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay, so we got our circuit breakers in, left sub, right sub panel's good, that's off, those are all off. Mixtures on, idle cutoff, props full forward. Windshield wiper, inverters off, avionics off, flaps up, everything's off, 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 off. All right, so we're gonna start the right engine first, put the right boost pump on, got pressure, prime it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the right engine started. Repeat the sequence on the left engine. Left boost pump on. Fuel pressure on the left engine. Priming at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to idle cutoff. Boost pump off. Mags on. Start select to the left engine. Clear. Okay. Engine run-ups, 1,200 feet. Engine instruments look good. 1,500, mag check. Check. Clear boot's good. Vacuum system's good. Okay, before takeoff, boost pumps on, windows closed, seats where I like it, mixture's set where I like it, trim is set in the green, got amps off, radios are set, Frost not required. Flight control screen correct. Going last dummy. Gas on the main. Undercarriage down and locked. Mixtures where I like them. Props full forward. Pumps. Everything good. Let's go.
Traffic, Warrior 14 Delta, turning crosswind, runway 24, Springfield.
Springfield traffic, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec, departing 24 Springfield.
Springfield traffic, Warrior 13 Delta Victor, 47 left on downwind, downwind traffic in sight, Springfield. Springfield traffic, Warrior 14 Delta is established on the downwind, runway 24 Springfield.
Speed is alive. Positive rate, gear coming up. Book says to reduce manifold pressure down to 25 inches right after takeoff once you're established and get the props down to 2,500 RPM, which I like to do.
Traffic, Warrior 14 turning base.
We stand VFR.
Yeah, we're going to stay VFR. The higher we climb, the more headwind we have, so there's no reason to go up high, and view's better down here. So the first thing we're going to be doing is going to skirt the, what is that? What city is this? Dayton, Class C. Don't need to talk to anybody there because we're going to be a couple miles away from it. We're going to level off at 2,500 feet and have a nice VFR flight back, except, well, looky there. All of a sudden a couple rain showers popped up. About how far is that? About 45 miles ahead of us, so I guess we'll have to see what happens when we get there. Yeah, all of a sudden a line of thunderstorms popped up here, running from Indianapolis up to Toledo. Looks like the little one in front of us isn't too bad, but I guess we'll see if it continues to grow and if it gets in our way. Everything, all the ceilings around it are really high, so we can go around it. We shouldn't have too much trouble. Visibility is about 25, so we're not too bad. All right, well, we got a couple little rain showers up ahead of us here. Pretty isolated. Seeing the plane's already got it wet. I guess I don't know if I'm bother going around it because the hell, it's already dirty.
I like flying in the rain. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, but when the rain gets inside the engine columns, it washes all the dirty oil and all the aluminum and everything all over the wings, which it already is. Oh, I don't know if
and they're white, of course. That's the nice thing too. It's white. Does this thing get oily underneath the engines there? Like the Mooney, like it, between the annuals, it gets pretty oily on the belly pan.
Well, you're supposed to clean it once in a while, you know.
Oh, really? When are you supposed to clean it?
after every flight. Then it doesn't get all oily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what you do? You clean this after every flight?
Yes, I do.
That's probably because you have a. Do you have a wash rack in your hangar?
I never use water. I only use wax. I wipe down, I dry clean. That way you can do one spot, do a little, come back to it. So if it takes you a week or two to get the whole thing done, spray turtle wax works great. If I got some real bad oil, I'll use 409 first, or Aircraft Simple Green, and then that's about it.
Well, the other thing is nice about this airplane is it's easier to get under this than it is a Mooney. You got to get it under a creeper on the Mooney, you know. So we might not have the every time wipe down maintenance plan.
Actually, the Mooney's probably easier because if you're on a creeper, the belly is just the right height. The Queen Air is just the wrong height. You can't sit on a chair, and a creeper, it's way too far away. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Plus, the Queen Air is literally twice the size. There's a big aluminum overcast under there to clean. It's a pain in the butt.
So like after this flight, how long is it going to take you to clean it? Underside there where the exhaust comes out.
Probably about 3 hours. Now we have summertime, so now the bugs are a problem too, so there's all that. Here's the rain.
Yeah, I mean, I wipe down... Sorry. I wipe down the airplane after every flight. I go through like you do your motorcycle, but I don't get underneath it.
Yeah, just like the 182, I try to clean that after every flight because the oil is only a little bit behind the engine. The oil only seeps back maybe a foot. So it takes you 30 seconds. If you wait 10 hours,
it keeps blowing it back, blowing it back, blowing it back.
Freaking project. Then you got it. Then it's a job.
Yeah, you're right. I might have to, next time I clean that pan, I might do a little test on that. You're right, because logically, you're going to get all that wind velocity going over the oil. It's just going to move it down the airplane. You have a greater surface to clean. That makes total sense.
I don't know how many times I've had to clean the belly of a 182 jump plane that hasn't been touched all summer, and it's just caked on there. And it's all, because operating out of the grass field.
Yeah, all the dust, everything.
Yeah,
yes.
The dirt, the grass, and the oil, and it builds up, and you got a bunch of different pilots flying it, so nobody wants to clean it. And then you get in there, so then it's big coffee can full of 100 low lead and two different rags. One rag to loosen the stuff up, one rag to wipe it down. 100 low lead is the best for cleaning bellies of aircraft. Don't smoke while you do it. That's a little safety tip from a dad. So at our present speed, right now we got at 24 inches of manifold pressure, 2,400 RPMs, not full throttle, which is 25 squared, but still up there. Seeing there's no reason to dawdle. We're doing 172 knots across the ground, not too bad. And it takes about 2.5 hours to get back to Menomonie, which will put us at 9 o'clock. So we'll get a couple minutes of night flight in too. Why not?
Port Wayne approach, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec.
Number 2 Delta Sierra, Roger, Fort Wayne approach 72986.
2986.
November 800 Echo Quebec, radar contact 15 miles southeast of Fort Wayne Airport. Fort Wayne altimeter 2986, say altitude and request.
2986, we're at 2,500 feet. Just want to transition your airspace at 2,500 on the southwest side to the northwest.
November 0 Echo Quebec, roger.
So, most pilots in small general aviation planes fly around Lake Michigan. They don't want to fly over Lake Michigan. It's really cold. If you go down the middle of Lake Michigan, you're gonna die. Just all there is to it. But yeah, I've spent so many years flying over the ocean, it doesn't really faze me too much, but I'm still not stupid about it. I'm not just oblivious to the danger. You know, in a small single engine plane, I'll climb up to 10 or 15,000 feet if I have oxygen, and that'll give me a long glide distance to make it to shore. In a twin like the Queen Air, I'm not that concerned. I mean, we're not heavily loaded. We only got half a load of gas, only 5 guys, no bags. So if we lose one engine, the plane will fly just fine on one engine. We'll get to shore. So there's no reason to add a half an hour's flight to our, or time to our flight.
Passing traffic, Warrior 4258 Tango, turning left crossing runway.
And you get to see cool things like ships over out Lake Michigan. Not saying being over the waters doesn't make me a little nervous from time to time. You know, it's certain death down there that we're flying over. We're only at 2,500 feet, so if for whatever reason we did lose both engines, we'd be in the water within about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. Doesn't give us time to do much more than say, well, this was a bad idea. I mean, it was a calculated risk, but I'm really bad at math. Well, we're almost across the great sea of Lake Michigan. It looks like we're probably going to make it and not die, which is good. But I got a bunch of people in the pattern of this airport I want to cross. I don't know if I'm going to have to climb up a bit. I'll call the control tower and see if they're on. Kenosha Tower, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec.
Andrews traffic, Cherokee 4904, leaving the final runway 31 Andrews.
Yes, sir, good evening. 800 Echo Quebec is about 12 southeast, like to transition your airspace to the northwest. We're currently at 2,500.
800 Echo Quebec, transition is approved, current altimeter 2989er.
989er Echo Quebec. You see here, we got all the little turquoise guys are targets. He's 600 feet below me, he's 500 feet below me. This guy's at my same altitude, and we're almost on a collision course, so let's see what Tower does about that. Looks like he'll pass in front of me, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep my eyes open either way.
Lancing traffic, Sky 6 major archery, 2 miles to south approach. 5036, message Chicago IQR.
Queen 0, Echo Quebec. Traffic's at your 12 o'clock, about 2 miles, 2,500, heading northeastbound. I'm not talking to him.
0 Quebec has traffic, thanks.
Okay, we are feet dry. We will no longer die by drowning or hypothermia in the Lake Michigan. I mean, we still might die. We're not home yet, but that's not how we're going to die today.
Menomonie Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 0107 Zulu weather wind 200 at 4 visibility 1010,000 scattered temperature 13 Celsius dew point 2 altimeter 2982 remark present weather identification not available.
And Menomonie traffic, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec, 12 miles southeast inbound. We'll be straight in for 27 in 4.5 minutes, Menomonie.
Menomonie traffic, 8971 Victor, turning downwind 27, we have Queen Air inside Menomonie.
And Menomonie traffic, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec, left base 27 Menomonie. Shut up your horn. And there's gear speed, gear coming down. Three tires in the window. And Menomonie traffic, Queen Air 800 Echo Quebec, turning final 27, full stop Menomonie.
Downwind, sorry.
And gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, pumps, we're good. And we're at 90 knots, right in the groove. Stabilized approach, looking good.
Menomonie traffic, 8971 Victor, final 27 Menomonie.
I'll roll all the way to the end on this one. Be nice to my brakes. And Menomonie traffic. Queen Air clear 27 Menomonie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Menomonie, Wisconsin. Otherwise known as the broccoli capital of the world. Not really.
Carry in, you can leave the door open. We'll come in there once you get kind of everything started, put it away, and we'll put it 7 more meter away.
Sounds good.
Well, that was an awesome trip, gentlemen. Thanks for coming along.
Oh yeah, thanks for bringing us.
Everything has worked out just peachy dandy. Thanks everybody for joining me on the flight. We will see you next time we get to take the Queen Air someplace cool.